And good morning to everyone. As you notice outside this morning, you're getting that weird stuff falling from the sky that no one said you would. That's right. Finally, the National Weather Service in Jackson has changed the forecast to a 20% chance of snow through about 10 a.m. this morning. Out in the Center Hill area, still snowing pretty hard there. And the big question for everyone this morning that I've just seen nonstop post is about power. When will I get my power? And it is important, and we realize that. So I thought we should talk to the lady that knows a little bit more than I, and let's go to Julie Bowles. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning, Scotty Ray.
Now, how many customers does EMEPA have right now that is without power?
Right now, we have about 1,575, give or take a few. Most of those are in Kemper County and Lauderdale County. We've primarily gotten all of the outages in Winston County and Clark County cleared up yesterday and through the night. So now we are focused on Kemper and Lauderdale counties.
Okay, and then the next question that I get asked about this, and I'll pull up the outage map there where people can see this. What type of timeline are we on for folks that are sitting there without power?
Right. Well, it is going to be a prolonged outage, as you all know, because all of these outages have, for the most part, been out since yesterday and we went through the night without power. But at this point, we do have a coordinator team and a crew dispatched to every area of major outage. And they will be working from the major outages and working their way out to each individual outage with the goal of having everyone restored by the end of today or into tonight.
All right, and what I'm looking at, the latest numbers, am I right on this? Is it 1,584? Is that correct?
Yes, that sounds correct. That is right. I think it was about a little over 900 of those in Kemper and around 600 in Lauderdale.
Yeah, it's 1,045 Kemper and 524 remaining in Lauderdale County.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as you said, this looks to be, you would think this could stretch into tomorrow still in some areas.
It's possible because we are still seeing some trees come down on the lines, and so we are working as quickly as we can to get all outages restored. While also there are still some outages coming in. So it's Mother Nature is not being kind to us, but we are working as quickly and as hard as we can. We know folks are cold, and they are ready to get their power back on. You know, Scotty Ray, as we were talking before we actually went on air, I myself am working from home today because I can't get into the office, and I have no power at my house. And so I know how you feel. We're there with you guys, and we're doing the best we can to get it restored.
Now, how long have you been sitting in the dark?
I have been in the dark since about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
And that really changes everything because there's no. What about charging your phone? You've been having probably trouble with that as well, hadn't you?
I have. In fact, I had my computer fully charged yesterday. It was ready to go, and my phone was about halfway. So I spent a couple of hours last night sitting in my car charging my phone up.
And that's just about all you can do. Because, I was never smart enough to order one of those battery backups where you just carry it around and plug your phone in those little bricks. I never done that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and I actually had a couple of those, but I didn't have the right cords to plug to my phone. So that was a disappointment when I discovered that yesterday evening.
It is. Now, let's go over this because the longer people are out, the more they want power and generators. And y'all deal with this on an everyday basis of generators. Let's talk about those a second.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The most important thing to remember when it comes to a generator is not to plug it directly into the wiring of your home. Unless it is done so by a certified electrician. You can actually backfeed power back onto the power lines, and when the crews come in to work and restore your outage, it creates a very dangerous situation for them. So that is crucial to make sure that you are not plugging it directly into the wiring of your home. Another and very important thing to remember when it comes to generators is making sure that you have the proper ventilation so you don't risk carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah, that is a big risk there. Now,
absolutely, they need to be outside. Do not run generators inside your home.
And I've seen people, and I know, drag them into their carport areas. If you put it into a carport, make sure you do not close your garage door. Make sure that is open so everything is ventilated.
Absolutely. And you don't want to run it close to a window. And of course, at this point with the cold, we probably don't have our windows open, but you do not want to make sure that you don't have it close enough where any fumes could make their way into your home.
And let's talk about this, because these really are the unsung heroes. The guys on the crew, the linemen that are out working, they've been working tirelessly for how long now?
Wow, since, oh goodness, I mean, as soon as we started getting this, early yesterday morning, they were out before the sun came up. We did pull our crews late last night, about 10 o'clock, to get some much needed rest, and the cold and conditions just became too dangerous for them to continue working, but they've been back up with the sun this morning out there.
And that's something that you don't think about. You just think, well, I just want my power. But if you can't drive out your driveway because it's so slick, you know good and well that your guys are having trouble trying to get to where the folks are as well.
That's right. And they have been outside all day yesterday into the night, and the temperatures got so low that it was just not a safe condition for them to be working.
Okay. Well, as we said, as we go back, let me pull back up the map here so everybody can see this as we're talking here. The good news is we're at 1,584 people without power. That number, what was the highest number that it got to at one point?
We peaked at about 8,000 outages yesterday, and that was all across our system from Winston County all the way down to Clark County. So despite the conditions and despite power continually going out, our crews made tremendous efforts yesterday to get power restored, and we're very thankful, and we are very proud of the work that they're doing.
And we sure are. And Julie, let me say thank you for joining me this morning and talking a little bit about the power. We'll be checking back with you, but it does look like things are really turning around for the EMEPA customers. Y'all are really putting that extra effort out there.
Yes, and people can keep up with the outages on our outage map. You can download our free smartphone app or go to our website and keep up with outages in your area, and just know that we are working as quickly as we can, and we will not stop until everyone has their power back on.
Well, Julie, thank you so much, and best wishes to you and your family that you'll get a warm cup of coffee before too long. I know it's rough being without it.
That's right. I can only hope, but it's good for us to experience this right along with our members, because we are all in this together. So I appreciate you, Scotty Ray.
Okay, I'll be in touch, and thank you so much, Julie.
Thank you. Bye.
That's Julie Bowles with EMEPA, and we do appreciate her joining us this morning and telling us a little bit about what's going on, when to expect this. They are down to only about 1,500 from that big number of 8,000. That was a lot of people. Now, I mentioned a moment ago that the National Weather Service changed the forecast. We now have that 20% chance of snow. Still snowing pretty hard. I'm in the Center Hill community, and it's snowing hard this morning where I am. As we go over, and let's check some notes of what people are saying this morning. LaWanda Grantham is watching from Portable this morning. Riley Garrett is watching. Hey, Riley, how you doing today? Still snowing in Fraser Grove community, and water pressure is low. That comes from Sasheen Morgan. And something must be going on. Let's see here. I think, let me pull this up. We just have gone under some type of winter weather advisory. Let me do an update on my computer and pull this up. Phone's going nuts, so we just, yes, we are. Let me change this and pull up radar, and we'll get back to what's going on here in just a moment with comments and what's going on here. All right, let's pull up radar here. This is just in, so this is all. We got a purple one, and let's just see what that is. Winter weather advisory has been issued for Lauderdale. It looks like also Clark. We're going to throw in Newton, Neshoba, Kemper, Noxubee, and Winston counties, and let's see what this is. The National Weather Service issued a winter weather advisory until noon today. Wind chill advisory, additional snow accumulations of 1/2 to 1 inch. So that's not over yet. Additional snow accumulations of 1/2 to 1 inch locally. Lowndes, Winston, Noxubee, Neshoba, Kemper, Newton, Lauderdale, and Clark counties. And again, that's until noon today. This will make already slippery conditions hazardous. Slow down and use caution. And again, this is going to run until till noon today. That's when that's going to run to. And we have the wind chill advisory still going. Okay, let's go to radar. Radar still in our area having issues picking that up, but if we go just over here, we see more. So if it's picking it up here, it's got to be really heavy to our west there in the Brandon area. All right, we've got some reports here. Let's look at these in the Meridian area. Ice storm. This was reported. Trees down across the county road. That was yesterday, so that's old news there. And I believe this is probably going to be old news too. That was the 15th as well. Okay, so as we look at this map, and shocking, wow, I was not expecting that. If you've been outside, we've been posting pictures, and if I hadn't gotten yours yet, make sure to send them to me so we can get those loaded today with this. But we have a winter weather advisory, we have a wind chill advisory, and a hard freeze warning, all of that. Until 9 o'clock today on the wind chill, and until 12 o'clock today on the hard freeze and the winter weather advisory until lunchtime today. As we look at radar and we go north of here, we are picking up even more showers there, snow showers there in Columbus. Is that what you call it? Because we don't have enough of it for me to say, I guess snow, I guess is what I can call that. Around the Columbus area and heavy on northward toward West Point and those areas, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Look at all of that, getting a heap. And we still, as I said, in our area, getting lots of this. So that's an update as what has just come out from the National Weather Service. Wow. So anyway, make sure that you keep sending your pictures, and we'll add those. All right, as we go back down, let's see what else we've got in comments-wise this morning. Alice Peden is watching snow east of Quitman. And Sylvia Stewart wanted to thank EMEPA for all they do. And they do a lot. Ray Gafford. And portable, low-hanging limbs everywhere due to the ice. And we hope that most of them broke last night, that maybe a little bit of this sunshine will help some of the weight of these trees. Doug Thomas is watching from Lake Edens this morning. Good morning. Hard posted some pictures and videos. Thank you for posting that, Marshall. Lisa Peavy. Didn't pull them soon enough. Oh, hey, girl. Snow on Highway 493 in Moscow area, Barbara Vick says. Diane Holloman watching down in Quitman this morning. Glad you're there with us. Also, let's see here. Gayla Williams says scuba was out for only an hour yesterday afternoon. Thanks so much for getting it back on quickly. They did get scuba back on, because I was seeing several reports there, 12th Street in that area there, that had no power, and they're back up now. Mark and Martha Robertson are watching this morning. Mississippi Power trucks on 10th Avenue with a tree truck. Okay, that's good. Also, Kylie Luke is watching. How are you, Kylie? Put a smile on. Hope you're doing good there. Misty Robinson is watching from downtown DeKalb. Damascus, everything is solid ice, including the roads. Still have no power. That's Lisa Peavy in that area. We got several pictures from the Damascus area. Absolutely gorgeous up there this morning with everything. Has anybody got any reports on 145 to Clarksdale? I have not. If anybody's seen anything in that area there, Cliff Gardner wanted to know that. How the roads on Highway 19 North are extremely slick. Randy Olmsted, sorry about that. The reports that I had somebody get on at Collinsville and come into town, and they made it very slowly, but the last reports that I had north toward Philadelphia, the worse you get, the closer you get to Philadelphia, the absolute worst they get. As we go down, let's see here, snowing in Kemper, Damascus since about 5:30 yesterday afternoon. Y'all ought to have some accumulation starting up. We've got a good dusting here at my house. Does anyone know how the roads are between Clarkdale and Meridian? Mathis Produce to Meridian in that area, coming in from Bernadette Odom. So if you happen to know, if anybody's traveled that road, Evangel Temple, that way toward Meridian, let us know. Giles, Linda Jane says they got a dusting in Giles, Mississippi. Beverly Pearson is watching from the big city of Carmichael there in Clark County. Good morning. Saw Georgia Power trucks in Meridian. I think they're in town helping out, and that's good. Cinda Wimberly, how are you doing? An old scuba night, watching from Zero. Snowing there also in Zero. Bubba Cook, still no power in the Russell area. So we do have tons of folks without power As we look across this, and I'll pull this up, as we spoke with Julie, let's look at the entire state of Mississippi now and see what we've got here. 12,000. Mississippi has 36,000. And again, that's about half of where it was yesterday for a total of 62,000. Still 4.3 million people in Texas and 160,000 in Louisiana. Oklahoma has 164,000 without power. And there's more and more as you go across this from this storm. This thing has really affected a lot of people. I am getting some notes there with some water outages out in the Bailey area. I'm not sure if everybody is affected with that, but some without water in this area. So y'all keep that in mind. Again, I'll be on top of this throughout the day. The co-op, Lauderdale County Farm Supply, is going to open up around lunchtime today. The Piggly Wiggly should be open. If you got to have some bread, they should have gotten there and gotten that opened up this morning. I'll have updates throughout the day as they come in, road conditions as they come along, and post those throughout it. And we'll go live periodically throughout the day to get the most tongue-tied again. I got to have some more coffee. I'm going to go hit that in just a second. But we'll have continuous updates as we go through this and keep you up to date with the very latest that happens this morning. Also, let's see. Yeah, I got those. I want to say some thank yous now to the good folks. If you wouldn't mind, share my page. It lets a few other people in the Meridian area know what I'm doing. The way Facebook does it, it has to be an invite from somebody. So that's where I have to get you to hit that invite button, invite your friends list, so they can kind of stumble upon me and know a little bit more about the weather. And I thank you every time you do that. Thank you so much. Thanks to the folks that believe in us here at Scotty Ray's Weather. That's San Marcos Mexican Restaurant, Chino. What a nice guy. Along with Sanders Gas, who keep you warm all the time. On 22nd Avenue, as you're going into downtown Meridian. Tiffany Blues Decor. You can find her for any whatnots and decor that you need for your home out in Broadmoor and also in Quitman as well. Rick Justice Automotive, if you need a car, they're there for you. Kim's Photography for all your family events, graduation. She does great pictures. Check her out. She'll help you there. Graphics Guru, if you need something done with a banner, if you need lettering on your truck, that's what they do at Graphics Guru. Talk to Zane. He'll make you a great deal. SMI Automotive, of course, Joe, they're putting those lift kits, taking care of anything that needs done to your vehicle there, coming into Meridian as well on 22nd Avenue. Joe and his friendly staff at Piggly Wiggly, along with the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, Eastgate Tire Center, Matthew and his family owned, taking care of you. And, of course, Julie and all the fine folks, those linemen that work at EMEPA. We do appreciate them. Just some of the folks that sponsor us. And as always, if you're interested, you can inbox me. We'll talk. Thank you for being a part of this. I've got more coming up throughout the day as we travel through this together with icy roads, in some cases no power, and in other cases no water. So we hope you'll continue to have the water, because it's bad when you hadn't got electricity, but when you lose water from a busted pipe, it even gets, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to go into detail on that. Thank you for being a part of this. We'll be back with more coverage to keep you safe. And as we get near the springtime, don't forget, we have thunderstorms that develop into tornadoes, and I'll give you street by street. We'll watch this. We'll go by street name right up to your home to give you the absolute latest when it comes to weather to keep you safe. Not too early to start thinking about generators, having a backup power supply. During things like this, it does cross your mind. And, of course, talk to Sanders Gas. That's where I got my generator. He can hook you up at a very, very affordable price. It's so much cheaper than you think. And, of course, storm shelters. Start thinking about storm shelters as we go into these spring months when those tornadoes come out. You can replace a house. You cannot replace your life. The most important thing that you got is that. So keep your family safe, and we'll be having some examples of what you can buy and what you can get with storm shelters. That's an important thing to have. We're just like in the alley of this stuff. It attracts to us in our area. But that's my thoughts so far this morning. I'll be back again later on with more updates. And again, thank you for joining me. We've got more on the way from Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by